Searsy, fantastic. Asked him to.
Role, wasn't it, for Searsy?
Oh, as much. It was like the holding midfielder, the deepest midfielder, and he protected the back.
So there's Town 0, Peterborough United 6. But before we start talking about it, we want to talk about the first half. I've just got the team sheet in front of me of Peterborough. The whole squad's here. They mixed up the whole squad and they had two entire teams coming out. First, let's go through the first half. It was 1-0 to them. Could have been 1-0 to us. Or it could have been 0-0. Let's go through the first half first and go through what you thought of the game, formation, and some of the new boys that we've brought into the club.
Well, the formation we changed slightly today. We played Searsy in front of the back four. Then we had a midfield three with Steph and young Jack up front, which made it very difficult for them to play. To be honest, that was the idea, to stop them playing in their diamond formation and then hit them on the break when we got the ball. And I thought the boys adjusted fantastically to that formation. And as the half progressed, we looked, dare I say, the better side. We more than held our own against them. Young Charlie Dove came in, was magnificent on the ball, gave us a little bit something different to that, I thought. Carried the ball, used the ball well, looked after the football. As we said about Junior, we're missing Junior this year, but he's a very similar player, Charlie, and it was important to us today. Yeah, Searsy, fantastic. Asked him to.
Role, wasn't it, for Searsy?
Oh, as much. It was like the holding midfielder, the deepest midfielder, and he protected the back two. And then he broke the play up as he does, and he passed it forward when he got the opportunity. Then you had Lewis today in there that looked again a different player, class he was today. His work ethic was phenomenal, and his quality. I've asked him to maybe just tidy up his passing a little bit for us, which he took on board and done. He has that magnificent crossfield ball in his locker that when he released it, it was painful to the other team today because he did it less frequent, if you like. So
yeah,
they
so
couldn't
he surprised them a bit, didn't he?
Yeah, it did. And then we had Charlie in there, and Steph and Jack up top. Worked well together. It was good to give Jack another chance with unfortunately being injured, and he took it today again. I thought he worked hard. He looked a player today, and he sort of little clever runs he makes that you need to look for. If you don't watch the game much, you'll probably miss a lot of it. But he does. He makes some great runs in behind fullbacks, and he draws players into spaces that they don't like to go to. So.
Well, I looked at the clock at 35 minutes, and I thought, dear me, you know, if we had a stat, we would have been better than
yeah, possession, definitely. Good possession as well, and good chances. Corners, I think, I'll have to check on them, but I think we had 4 or 5 corners that first half. Unfortunately, Steph didn't take his chance. I did call that. I did call the chip, and I've seen him do it.
I called the chip as well.
Yeah. I didn't call it over the bar, but I called the chip, and unfortunately it didn't happen. But it was an unusual feeling to go in at half-time, even though we were 1 down, and having missed a penalty, I was absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, we passed the ball very well, and the new boys had come in, and I've only watched a video of last Saturday because I wasn't here, but you know, even the new goalkeeper who's filling in for Dougie, you know, I watched him against Russian on the video, and there was a lot of kicking. Tonight he was fine, looking for the defenders,
he was asked,
passing the ball, building up from the back. I thought young Jordan played very, very well. He orchestrates the back with the passing across the back four to give us time to move it on to the wingers or the midfield. And I thought Carl up front, he had a great game.
Yeah,
he's really strong, isn't
he? He's a strong young boy, and hopefully Carl will come along and join us. There's a little bit of work to do possibly with him, but I think he'll be a massive asset to this football club.
Yeah, well, what we've seen, and you know, we've said right along, results don't matter to us. You know, and it was obviously 1-0 to them in the second half, but you know, we lost 6-0. The second half, they brought a whole new team on. We kept the same side and made a few changes, and it was 3-0 with 5 minutes. Well, was it last 5 minutes? 5
or 10 minutes. 3-0
to go. And you know, when you get a £1 million odd striker who plays a full second half, and George Boyd creeping out on the left, I would like to say, rather than in the middle, you know, and having plenty of room on the ball, I think they knew what they were doing, and they'd have destroyed us the second half. But what pleased me, and I think pleased you, I would like to think it pleased you, is that, you know, we carried on playing football for the whole 90 minutes, passing it and trying to play.
They were really, they were brave tonight, not just in their work ethic and their desire to get around the pitch and make it difficult, but they were brave when they wanted the football. All of the players wanted to get the football in tight areas. I did ask the fullbacks to be a bit braver in the second half and get the ball off the keeper more. You know, it's even if he's marked, go and give him the football, get it back and play. And they tried that, and it was good. And right to the death, they were exhausted, but they were battling. They were getting behind the ball, and they were trying to keep possession, which is a really good springboard.
Yeah, we have to put this in perspective. We played Peterborough United and their full squad. I spoke to Barry before, and their chairman. You know, and they said it's a pleasure to come here, and we'll always bring our full squad. It's about the only time any pre-season game they use the whole full squad is against us, because he said to us, he said, you know, we play football at St Neots Town, and you're not going to kick us. And I thought that was a great commendation for our club. And we done that today, didn't we?
No, we did, and we matched them as well.
Yeah, so look, we're going to move on now to Thursday's game against Cambridge United. That'll be the first team as well. It's definitely taking shape. I think we're both a lot happier than we were this time last week. We brought some good players in to look at. I'm not going to say we're going to sign them, not going to say they're going to sign for us. But we are talking. Most of these boys enjoyed today, and they're coming back on Thursday.
Yep. We've also got a couple of additions though. We've got an exciting young centre half coming in, and an experienced Ryman League centre half Premier coming in as well, which I've known for some time, and completely dropped off the radar until I had a phone call with him today. So
well, that's great, yeah.
So there's players, you know, coming in, but we don't need to look too far afield. There may be some in front of us. You know, we've got some good young boys at this football club.
Yeah.
But we are clear that we are looking, and we're doing all we can to sort of make us as strong as possible for the season start. Because if we can start the season, that first game, with the performance that we put on in that first half,
we'll be hard to beat.
We'll be a hard team to beat in that league.
Our first three games are tough. You know, or two out of the first three being Cheshire away and Cambridge City away, who were both in the playoffs last year. But hey, bring them on. You know, at least they're going to be decent pitches. Cheshire's got a lovely pitch. And they won Groundsman of the Year last year, so you know it suits our type of football, and I think we'll surprise a few teams this year. But you know, we've come such a long way in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, massively.
Sorting out our team. You know, we knew where the problems were, if there were problems. We're looking at filling those gaps. The core of the team's still there. You know, most of them are on contract anyway, and it's really looking good. I'm a lot happier, and I think you are, than we were a few days ago. So we're going to get through on Thursday. We've got Ainsbury next Tuesday, and then followed by Chelmsford. It'll be a really tough game, but hopefully by Thursday night, Friday, we might have some sort of idea where we're going to be with the squad. And you know, maybe by the time we get to the Chelmsford game the following week, at least you'll be able to play with your squad and be able to sort yourself out and, you know, get the right players in the right positions. Not that we need a lot of players in positions, but you know, just give us the options. And you know, what you've done today is you've shown us another system within a system, where we can still play 2 players up front, but also look after the football. So I, for one, was very happy with that.
Good.
It was very competitive for us. We nullified Peterborough United for the first half, and that was very good. Very good.
It's a good system to have. It's good to say a good system. It's good that the players are intelligent and can take on different systems at the drop of a hat, because you sometimes in games you need to do that. You need to say, wait a minute, we need to combat this. We're 2-1 up in a Tuesday night away at Weymouth. We need to get behind the ball now and take the 3 points. And the way they took that, they found out about that system half hour before we kicked off.
Yeah, and they warmed to it.
And they took it on board. And for me as a coach, you know when it works because the players are happy with it.
Good.
And they responded to it really well tonight.
Okay, well, let's move on till Thursday. Well done. We're going home. It's pretty late at the moment, so we're going to go home now. So I'm going to go home and have some sleep. But I'm going to have a nice sleep tonight because I'm very, very happy, and I'm sure you are.
Yeah, I am.
Well done. Cheers.